Okay, in today's lesson, we're going to continue solving log equations using those properties that we've talked about. And we're specifically doing linear functions today. We're going to keep them simple, x to the first power. But let's remind ourselves, here's the plan of attack. We always condense to one logarithm, we swirl it, and then we solve it. And remember also we talked about that the answers, x cannot be a negative number, and x cannot be 0 because there's an asymptote at 0 and it doesn't exist on the left-hand side of the graph. So these two things are things to watch out for, okay? Now let's try this. Let's look at number 1. Notice the plus sign means I'm going to use my product rule. I'm going to write it as a single logarithm, log base 4, since they both have a log base 4. And then I'm going to multiply these two together. So it's going to be 2x equals 3. So we've condensed. Now we need to swirl. So we'll swirl it out. So 4 to the third is equal to 2x. So 4 to the third, what is 4 to the third? Well, 4 times 4 times 4, that is 64. Now I'm going to move my 2x on the left for fun and set it equal to 64. Then I divide by 2, x is 36. And there's my answer. Let's try number 2. All right, notice the logarithm is log base 2. There's a plus sign. So it's going to be 3 times x plus 6 equals 5. Now, I can distribute that 3 out. So log base 2 of 3x plus 18 equals 5. Now keep this together because it's within the logarithm. Now we're going to swirl it out. So we're going to say 2 to the 5th equals 3x plus 18. So I'm going to move this part on the left. So 3x plus 18 equals, what is 2 to the 5th? I hope you know, it's 32. Now we just solve, so subtract 18. So 3x equals 14. Divide by 3. X is equal to 14 thirds. Can it be a fraction? Sure. Just can't be 0. Can't be a negative number. Okay, let's jump over here to number 3. All right, these common logs, so we're going to have a common log of, remember the minus means there's a division bar, so it's x over 3 equals negative 1. So let's swirl it out. Well, what's the base? It's 10 to the negative 1 equals x over 3. So remember 10 to the negative 1 is 1 over 10 equals x over 3. Now we have a proportion we could cross multiply. So I'm going to have 10x equals 3, divide by 10. X is equal to 3 over 10. There you go. Let's look at number 4. Log base 3 is what they have in common. So, and I have a minus sign, so I'm going to be dividing. X plus 1 over x minus 1 equals 2. All right. So I'm going to need to swirl this out. All right, so I have 3 squared equals x plus 1 over x minus 1. Now, what is 3 squared? Well, that's just 9. I'm going to put it over 1. And now we're going to cross multiply, okay, because it's a proportion. So I'm going to say 9 times x minus 1 equals x plus 1. 1 times x plus 1, if you want to write that, that's fine. 9x minus 9 equals x plus 1. Now let's clean this up, move our x over here. So it'll be 8x minus 9 equals 1. If I add 9 to both sides, I will get 10. So 8x equals 10, divide by 8, and I can reduce that to 5 over 4. All right, one last example here. Look at that. We have logarithms on both sides of the equal sign here. This is a new one. Remember, our goal is to condense, so we need to move all of this over to this side. And so just like you would when you solve, we have, if it's positive on the right and move it over, becomes negative. So I'm going to have log base 2 of 5x plus 4 minus the log base 2 of x minus 1 equals 3. Now we notice they have the same log base, and there's a minus sign. So now I can rewrite this, condense it to 5x plus 4 over x minus 1. All right, equals 3. All right, so we've condensed. We just had to add that extra step in. Now we swirl it out. and that's going to make it 2 to the third over 1 equals 5x plus 4 over x minus 1. And I just put it over 1 because I knew this side would be a fraction. Now it's a proportion, so let's clean that up. I know that 2 to the third is just 8, all right? So I'm going to multiply this way. I'm going to say 8 times x minus 1 equals 1 times 5x plus 4. Now we distribute, equals 5x plus 4. And we're going to clean it up. I'm going to move my 5x over on the left. So I have 8x minus 5x. And I'm going to move the minus 8 over here by adding it. Equals 4 plus 8. All right. When I do this, I have 3x equals 12 divided by 3. So x is a nice even 4. Not a 0, not a negative number, so we're all good. Okay, so you can see it's going to take a few more steps. You're going to need to give yourself some more room than you're used to, but using our properties, we can get there. We can solve for x. Good luck, and we'll see you in class.